Hello, everybody, and welcome to Surfers Paradise for the Australian Grand Prix qualifying session. Alongside of me, we have Vince Freeze here, who actually has his namesake driver in this series. What do you think's going to happen for this qualifying session, Vince?
It's going to be interesting. We saw Ferrari and Mercedes definitely looking like the top end of the competitors and teams. We also have teams like Williams could sneak up there. And we also have the 107% rule for the teams.
105, actually.
105 for Minardi and Arrow. We'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting quality.
We know for a fact that actually Ferrari has, they're more of a top speed kind of car. They're going to be really interesting later on. And this, considering how slow this track is, I'd expect someone like maybe like a Red Bull to come on out. As actually we've got one of the Arrows coming out right now. That's David Tolfe coming out there from Belgium, followed by Modeste Berenger in the Force India, and then there's Ivan Stark in the Minardi. But drivers like Max Anderson here. There goes one of the Benettons of Sean Ard out of the pits. Casperson is also there. That's a Renault of Rosselli coming out. So this is going to be interesting going through this qualifying order here to see. I believe Tolfe is the first car out. Yes, he is, as there's Alex Tanker a little further back. But what do you... Oh, go for it. What are you going to say?
Yeah, I don't think that the good thing about this track is it's more of a twisty and tight. So I don't expect the draft to play, but you could be some team games down the main straight. Could be.
The other thing, too, that's going to be really interesting is, like I said, I don't know if the 105 is going to be as big of a factor here as it will be at, like, let's say, next weekend in Pukekohe for the Grand Prix of New Zealand, where the track is basically flat out all the way around it, but or La Colina for that matter. But these two, this track is very difficult for some drivers to get around, as Tolfe is going to start his first hot lap. Remember,
here we go.
If you're familiar with Formula Omega qualifying, Q1 is a 10-minute session where positions 21 through 30 are going to be eliminated. Oh, Tolfe is actually going to get held up there by a Jaguar coming out of the pits. That is of Frodemar Otz from Germany.
That might be a Stewards inquiry. We'll see.
Well, I don't know if it will be a Stewards inquiry because I don't know where Otz could have gone, for that matter. So, if you had to pick which cars are in danger of going home outside of the two Asia Tech teams, which are Minardi and Arrows, who are the cars that you'd be concerned about going home?
This is going to be tough. I look at Force India.
For not going home, but getting knocked out in Q1.
Yeah, Force India and Mercedes, I don't see them. I think they're a developing team. I don't see it. I'll be surprised. I think Renault could be in trouble too. As much as I just don't know. They're interesting with the straight line speed. I don't know too much about their handling.
Well, we've got another interesting story here. The Toyotas, as we know, are a new team this season, brand new cars, and Anderson. There's of course two Andersons on the grid. This is Joachim Anderson. I believe it's Joachim Anderson, correct?
Yes.
Joachim Anderson comes into the pits, and this is a little surprising because he did not even set a hot lap. And their cars they're actually a pick, I think, for who's going to go out in Q1 is the 9 and the 10 of Anderson, and that's Daniel Adventure from Poland. I'm guessing that's a racing pseudonym, because I don't think there's a Polish guy there with the last name of Adventure. But let's take a look and see what the speeds are right now. Nanico and the McLaren is on the top of the grid right now. Oh, and actually, Daniel Adventure and a Toyota goes to the top. Okay. Wow! Oh, Marriott and another McLaren just blew his doors off.
We had the hometown hero, Fitzwater.
Fitzwater last, and a Williams, but I would expect him to get a little bit better there.
Might be a highlight.
Oh, Hashimoto with a 109. Oh! That's faster than I've seen so far today.
Temperatures are cooler, so we'll see.
Hashimoto is in a Mercedes. Fitzwater jumps up to second.
Anderson third.
So that's going to be interesting to see going forward.
Sadamoka up to third now.
That's Salameo. Salameo is a driver that we're going to need to watch going forward here. Remember, it's not about getting where you start anything above 20th today or 21st today. You got to be in the top 20. That's the only thing that matters in this session in Q1 here. Is Hashimoto, the provisional pole setters, getting stuck behind Sebastian Ebner in the Minardi, who's actually doing pretty well in 22nd. This track might not exploit the problems with the Minardis and the Arrows as much as some other tracks, because right now I'm seeing Ivan Stark, and the other Minardi is right now in 17th position. Not sure how long that's going to last, though. as Rosselli and one of the Renaults now is down in last. So this is where things are going to get very interesting for drivers if they're going to get caught out here. As now we've got people going down the order here pretty quick.
Oskin to the top.
Oskin in a... What is that? Is Oskin in a Force India?
Oh, that
No, that's a Red Bull.
Red Bull and Anderson. Yeah, they're fast. They like this.
Yeah, this is a track where I think the Salameo goes to the pole. But this is a track where I think Red Bull's going to do very strong at. On the hot seat, we've got Alexander Willington Archie Willington in the Force India here. He gets bumped out by Otts, Frodemar Otts, and then Ivan Stark is in 21st. Great to see Stark up that order. Surprise, surprise, Grayson Ace Vito and Casey Nanico in a McLaren and a Ferrari, respectively, are in 18th and 19th.
Jesse Turner down 25th with the Renault. I said they would struggle. We'll see.
And we're down to 4 minutes left in this session before...
Oh, Nanico to the pole.
Nanico, well, that was a short-lived time down there. We're going to see what Ace Vito can do. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at DJ Curtis. Ace Vito has already taken the next lap. He's up to 11th. That's still not a great spot for him right now.
Just got to make the top 20, though.
The bottom of the grid right now is there's one driver who has not set a lap time. I believe that's the other Joaquim Anderson in the Toyota. Has not set a time yet. Is Anderson out on track right now is a big question. Yes, he is. So, right now, who are you freaking out for right now down in the order?
People like Sean Ard, Frodemar Otts, even Pat Mikolas from the Jags.
Pat Mikola, yeah, that one's kind of surprising down as far down as he is, because the Jaguars seem to do pretty well on these short, twisty tracks. Actually, the two Jaguars are working well with each other with Mikola and Otts there. But they're being held up by, look here, David Tolfe in the Arrows is holding them up. Arrows is an Australian team, by the way, so that'll be interesting to see how they handle.
Somebody jumped to the top of the board. It's not Nanico. Someone else ahead.
Hashimoto.
Oh, flying.
So now, Willington is still on the bubble here. Let's take a look. Where's Daniel Bouchard in the 25 car for Haas? He is right now racing with Joaquin Anderson.
Anderson trying to set a hot lap. We'll see.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough fight, I think, for him. As there goes Vince Freeze across the line, your namesake. He is solidly in 7th. I'm wondering if Tolfe is holding up the two Jags here. Because Otts is on the outside, but Willington's on the inside. Or, I'm sorry, Otts is on the outside. No change.
No, it looks like Otts is in trouble.
Joaquin Anderson is right now...
25th.
Ooh. And we have Rosselli is actually outside of the 105 percentile, I'm guessing.
That's really slow. Oh. He might be in danger.
Where is the 8 car? That's very dangerous right there, and we're going to have to do it.
He's got to have to make a hot lap. He's got to.
Oh, I thought I heard an accident. Oh, yes, we did. We got an accident. That's Vince Freeze and Max Anderson. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened to them. We don't have long left in this session, but who was at fault for this? Because this will be a... Oh, no, this was an incident with one of the Mercs. Actually, I don't think Freeze got any damage here. That's Salameo, and...
Let's see here.
Salameo gets into the wall. Oh. That's probably going to be a steward's inquiry and possibly a grid penalty. And yes, Vince Freeze did get a bit of damage there, but I'm wondering about Salameo if he's going to get a grid penalty for that.
We're going to have to 10-spot grid. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that. They don't tend to look very kindly on those types of incidents there, but we'll see what happens with Salameo and with Anderson there. There's arguably a move that they could possibly put that on Anderson for not giving space. So now we're back on live coverage here. As here we go now. Drivers still on the outside looking in. Actually, with that move, Rosselli is up to 23rd, but he is still on the outside looking in. But
I think the surprise kid is going to have to be Frodemar Otts, though. If he doesn't make round 2, that's a shout.
Sean Ard is a big shock down in 28th. He is behind Alex Tanker in the Arrows, Ivan Stark in the Minardi. Ivan Stark is looking very strong, by the way. Drivers can now finish their hot laps now, so let's take a look and see if anybody improves. Fitzwater across the line. Fitzwater actually bumps his way up, I believe. Tolfe has a big gap, I think, to catch up to. And actually, I'm a little concerned about Tolfe possibly. I'm concerned about some of these drivers in the low 111s not being able to make a 105% rule. Tolfe. There goes Otts. No change there. Joaquin Anderson. I'm not seeing much change, are you?
Yeah, actually, yes, there's a change. Mikola's down at 20. Someone bumped Willington.
Ooh. That would be Rosselli.
Oh.
Rosselli. Jesse Turner is safely in. So I believe, oh, here comes some more cars. That's Nathan Ormond right there. Where is Ard? There's Ard. Did Ard bump his way in? No, he did not. Ard is going to be starting 28th, I believe, on the grid right now. And the session now is completed, I believe, unless if Ebner got across the line there. I don't believe he did. So that will be it for the session there. Let's take a look at your grid, or your final 10 positions. So this is Katsune Hashimoto's fastest lap of the entire first segment here. And there was a lot of concern here about possibly there being a track limit issue on this, and he actually had traffic to deal with too, so that's kind of surprising that he got such a good lap this time.
A little straight line speed into the S's, looks good.
Very good,
right there.
Very good S-bend complex here, and this is where a lot of people have been getting into track limits problems down in this chicane complex down here.
Let's watch those wheels. Let's see.
Let's see how it happens. Very good entrance to the S's, and that was a beautiful S's. So I actually think that's actually a pretty good run there. We're going to keep on this lap here to see if there was any instance of...
Kenny, I have to say, man, he must have had about a second gain on the field in those S sections. I have to say. It must have been. That's where he made the time.
So we're going to take a look here and see what his pole lap was. It was a 108.6, I want to say.
108.5, yeah, something like that.
Let's take a look here.
Come down the straight here. Nice and tight. And
that was a 108.5. So that's a 108.571. That's going to put the 105%. We're going to figure that out right now. All right, so the 107%, or 105%, I'm sorry, 105% time was a 111.9, so everybody made it. However, David Tolfe will not be going any further, neither will Sebastian Ebner in the two lowest Asia Tech cars, being the Minardi's and the Arrows. Sean Ard, disappointing qualifying down in 28th, with Alex Tanker in 27th. Kind of a predictable one there. Otts and Behringer down there. Ivan Stark, Joaquin Anderson, Bouchard, and Willington all won't be going on. Vince, are there any big surprises there?
Oh, are Knox. I mean, those guys, especially where Ormond's at in 14th, and Mikola making round 2, I think those guys have to step it up, or this could be a team conflict over there.
I'm also going to throw Bouchard getting eliminated this early. I mean, it's a Haas, but quite frankly, his teammate is in the car 26, I want to believe. And that's Jack Halleck. Australian Jack Halleck up there at 15th, so...
Actually, that's a good point, Ken. We have the Halleck-Fitzwater battle for home turf. We'll see how that plays out in Q2.
But yeah, so right there, those 10 cars will go no further into Q2. We'll get to that in a sec. Welcome back to qualifying here, and this is the second qualifying session, so all the cars that were 20th and up get to participate in this. So this is where we're going to start determining who the top 10 are. Who do you think are drivers to watch to get into the top 10, and who are going to be some surprises, you think, as we look through some of the drivers that are there on the list?
Got to go with both Mercs and both Ferraris. Those guys, well, only one of the Mercs is safe. We still have to wait for a penalty on one of them.
Yeah, we're going to be taking a look at Salameo there as it goes on. Oh, there's a little bit of content. That's an unsafe release by Ozkin there on Rosselli there. Remember, Rosselli was very slow at the start, almost under the 105% rule.
You know, okay, I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going to say Halleck, because it's his home race, the whole crowd. Halleck and Ormond could be the surprises.
To get in?
10th and 9th. Could be shockers, yeah.
Shocker-wise, I have a feeling the Ferraris will get in.
Mercedes.
Both the Mercedes, both the McLarens, both the Williams will get in. And that leaves 2 cars left. I'm going to throw in the Red Bulls.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Red Bull. Yeah, okay. So I don't... Unless Howard pulls out some magical lap, maybe he can get him. Everybody else is pretty much safe.
Wouldn't it be something if, like, Ormond got in to the final 10 and Ard didn't?
That would conflict Benetton in the heartbeat.
I think it'd become very clear who their lead driver is.
Yeah, Ormond would be. We also know that pole could be still up for grabs, too. That Mercedes guy, remember he hit someone, I think it was one of the lead drivers hit another car, so we still don't know. We'll see what the stores say.
That too. I mean, you don't know. I mean, obviously, if there is a grid penalty, Salameo would still go on to Q3, but then from wherever his final qualifying position is, he would get a grid penalty from that. And like you can kind of tell, this track isn't the easiest to have, to pass on, so...
Overtaking, yeah.
There's Nanico and Blake there. There's Salameo, the car in question there, the Brazilian driver. There's Evan Byrne, and Max Anderson coming out there. I'm sorry, it was Julius Anderson, not Joachim Anderson. There was another driver named Joachim that was going for a ride, and I don't think got one. There's Jack Marriott, the British driver there, willing to look very strong there. And we're going to take a look. Where's hometown hero Zachary Fitzwater? We haven't seen much from him.
Behind the teammate Freeze. He's behind Freeze.
Yeah, very good move here by, I guess, to kind of get some distance in between there of the two. There's Kenny Myatt, Daniel Adventure. You don't want to be in that pack if you're like Kenny Myatt there. Jordan, that's another team that you could surprise is Jordan, I think. They have been very quiet all season. All preseason here, and I think the Jordans are quick.
I could see a top 10, 10th, 9th.
I could see even Evan Byrne or Kenny Myatt making the top 10 here. As
got to get away from that pack right now.
Yeah, here he comes around this corner here, and he is held up behind one of the only Toyota left.
Adventure. That's Adventure.
Of Daniel Adventure. Not anything is known about him. Not even his real name. We don't even know. He's a Polish driver. We do know that. Kenny Myatt, of course, has been in the series a couple of years now, driving for Jordan. Worked his way up from Sauber. There's Ormond there as well. There's Turner.
Ooh, good draft for Ormond, but might be too good of a draft.
So right now, Ace Vito with a 110 so far is the fastest car out on track there. Myatt was the slowest there
now,
in that
what
group.
Do you think? 1086 is the Q2 time for
10. I don't think anybody's going to get near that 105. That
108.
That 108 that Hashimoto set, but I don't think anybody's going to get near that. Hashimoto goes back to the top of the chart, but still 2 seconds slower than his fastest lap. Marriott goes the fastest now, so where is Evan Byrne in all of this? Hasn't come across the line just yet.
Myatt the slowest right now.
And I have a feeling Halleck in 8th, and right now, going to be interesting to see, is it going to be a very typical top of the grid, or is it going to be a very...
Nanico, 1097, top of the
Nanico, the Japanese driver, doing a great job there as they rocket down the straightaway once again. She rockets down the straightaway, the only female on the grid right there. As, looks like Casperson jumps up the order there. As,
Fitzwater to 6th.
Let's see, where's the 23 right now? Going to set a lap just now here. Myatt's still the slowest car on track right now. I'm kind of surprised at that because Kenny Myatt tends to like these slow speed road courses there. I'm actually surprised, though, that the Jordans are as slow as they've been. As, Evan Byrne's in 7th, though. The other Jordan.
Back to that top.
109.2. Once again, Hashimoto looks the fastest around this track. Remember, top 10 is what moves on here. I'm going to stop it here. Right now, we're looking at Jesse Turner. Turner's down in 16th. Got to get further up the order here, and I just think right now, if you're in... Turner's got the best chance out of anybody in that pack there. But it's not a very quick pack, to be honest with you. Ace Vito is drafting off of a Ferrari quasi-teammate of the Sauber of Casperson. Joachim Casperson, I'm sorry, that's who it was. I was thinking of as... Casperson's in the top 10, believe it or not.
Sauber.
In a Sauber, so... Daniel Adventure to 13th on a Toyota. That's impressive, I think, for the Toyota Brigade. I didn't expect them to be that strong right off the bat, but good to see Daniel Adventure that high up the grid. Evan Byrne in 6th. Rosselli in 5th.
Wow.
Drivers on the outside. Salameo in a Mercedes in Q2 so far would get eliminated. DJ Curtis in a Ferrari. Can you believe that one? DJ Curtis in a Ferrari right now is not in.
We had him as a lock, too. Wow. Halleck in 11th. He might be close.
Anderson just bumps his way in. There's Salameo. Watch this to be a big jump here. Oh, no, already set a lap. Only 11th for him. There's Byrne.
Darren Blake in the 6th.
Evan Byrne drops to 7th. There's Halleck going by. That's Mikola. No improvement by Mikola. Casperson goes no quicker, I believe. Ace Vito doesn't do any jump there. Here comes Jesse Turner. No big jumps there. Was there a jump there that I just missed? Yes, Kenny Myatt jumped up to 14th. Still not quick enough, though. And DJ Curtis still down in the bottom 10, or in the middle 10 right now. The bottom 10's already been eliminated. So
Salameo's a shock right now in 11th.
Salameo and I believe definitely DJ Curtis in 13th.
And
those
Pat
are
Mikola.
Big shot. Well, I kind of expected the Jaguars to go out right about now, but especially it's a big shock for Salameo because his teammate Katsune Hashimoto's on the pole.
Vince Freeze the 3rd.
Vince Freeze in 3rd in a Williams. That's a little bit of a shock, I think. There's Evan Byrne. Byrne is actually solidly in 8th.
Freeze and Fitzwater 3rd.
Halleck coming in. Mikola there. If Mikola gets off the back spot here, this is a good run for him. Those Jaguars are a little bit... I was expecting them to be on the verge of a Q1 elimination, but...
It looks like Salameo's just got himself in 10th.
Ace Vito's out now.
Yep, Salameo bumped him.
DJ Curtis, no quicker.
How about Darren Blake in the salvage? Not bad. P9.
With 127th left to start a hot lap here. Here comes Marriott in 6th. Vince Freeze, the 3rd place car. Fitzwater.
Nanico up to 5th.
Here comes Rosselli and Ozkin now. This is a track where we expected Ozkin to do real well. Blake, no improvement.
Nothing.
Max Anderson, 2nd place on the grid right there.
Safe.
Byrne coming in.
Almost hit the pit wall.
This is a big shock. This is a big shock if Ace Vito and Curtis and both the Ferrari. Now, like we said, this isn't... The Ferraris are one of the strongest cars on the grid, but this wasn't one of the tracks that they highlighted to be one of their best.
Curtis, no improvement.
Because this track is very, what is it? It's very chassis-oriented, and they're more of a power team.
High downforce, yeah.
No improvement anywhere in that pack there. DJ Curtis. There's Hashimoto, the fastest car right now with a 108.9, although Max Anderson's really closed in on that. Rosselli there. We're coming down to the final couple of seconds to start a hot lap there. I believe Freeze will be the last one to set a time. Oh, actually, Fitzwater might be able to get around here. But let's take a look here and see what is going to happen at the line here.
Here we go.
All right, so let's see what happens here. There goes... I'm seeing no changes so far there in this session. We're just going to wait here. They don't give them a lot of time to get around and finish their lap, so I don't even think Freeze is going to be able to complete a lap here.
I think Fitzwater won't either yet.
Fitzwater definitely won't at this rate. There goes a Jaguar of Mikola by. Mikola's staying put. There goes one of the Saubers in a Ferrari, and we've got at least one Ferrari going home then, or going out in Q2. That is not what they wanted. Oh, there was a jump there by somebody I wanted to say, but
no jump.
Casperson is out. He was in a minute ago. I think Ormond might have jumped Turner.
Yeah, that was an Ormond jump Turner. Not bad for a Benetton though.
We do hear a car coming there. That's one of the Haas's. That would be Halleck there. 2 seconds left to complete your lap, and that is it for the session there. Freeze barely makes it around. So, with that being said, let's take a look at who are going home and who are not. So, after this session, Pat Mikkola is out. Daniel Adventure is out. Jesse Turner will be starting 18th. Orman 17th. Oskin 16th. Halleck 15th. Kenny Myatt 14th. DJ Curtis 13th, Casperson 12th, and Grayson Ace Vito 11th. So, out of the drivers down there, who are you the most shocked at? Obviously, I think the Ferraris have got to be the first place you start.
Ferraris, Turner, I'm a little surprised. Kenny Myatt, we thought we had higher rank. We could have snuck in, but not bad. Yeah, those are the main ones.
Any surprises that made the top 10?
I want to give Darren Blake a shout.
Darren Blake, and I'm also going to throw Rosselli in there too.
Yeah, Darren Blake. I did not have him on his radar, so I got to give Darren Blake the experienced veteran.
I'll give them credit right there. Darren Blake and Rosselli in that group there. Very strong qualifying. I didn't expect Vince Freeze to be that far up the order either.
Freeze and Fitzy looking really good.
Fitzy's kind of where I expected the Williams to be, but Freeze isn't that far off of Hashimoto's time there. That could be interesting going forward. So,
Q3 about to be interesting, yeah.
So with that being said, we're going on to Q3. All right, now it's time for the final 10. We missed Sam and Ozkin also going out in that session. That was a big loss there with Sam and Ozkin. Let's see here. Here comes his teammate. Anderson's going to be the first one out of the pits here in 12. So out of this session, who do you think is going to be the pole sitter? Hashimoto had the pole in the first 2 sessions, so is that the favorite?
100% the favorite. We got to watch Anderson. Vince Freeze, he was a surprise. And we'll throw a wild card. May not happen, but Darren Blake would be a cool story over Sally for sure.
Here comes Byrne out of the pits in the Jordan. That'd be another upset too. But Byrne was top 5 for a bit there, I want to say. Teammate got knocked out. Oh, here comes one of the McLarens out. That is Jack Marriott in the 3 car right there. Good to see Marriott coming out there. Once again, it's a 10-minute session here. We're still not sure about what's going to happen with Salameo, but...
what about Oskin, too, with the pit row? Was it Oskin or Anderson with that?
That will not be challenged. Oskin will not be. So it's just going to be Salameo and... who was the car he hit? That was not Freeze,
Anderson.
but it was Anderson.
Right.
And we're going to take a look at that incident and see if... the stewards are going to take a look at that incident and see if it's worthy of a grid penalty and whose fault it would be.
Here comes Anderson into the S-bends.
Yeah, Anderson... We're going to go on board, I think, here for a little bit here. And you can just see how slow this track is around here.
Very technical circuit.
He actually has some very clear road in front of him, if you notice. With the less and less cars being on the track, it is more clear for them.
Here comes the tight S section. Here.
Very slow through those S's. You notice that?
Yep.
Compared to Hashimoto there.
The one thing I will say about Hashimoto and the Mercedes is just their cornering ability is a little bit faster than the Red Bull. I would say by 2 or 3 tenths they get him, especially in that last S-bend. Here he comes up. Final stretch here before the long straight.
Of course, this track's been on the schedule since 1998, and this track, it seems like some of the older drivers tend to take accustomed to this track better than others. Would you say that?
Yeah, people like Fitz, Anderson even, he looks like somebody. Here he comes. See what he says.
That was a 1:10.3, but if you notice, the first hot laps are always slower as he comes out right in front of Hashimoto, so that actually might hold up Hashimoto there. And Nanako's also back there as well. Drivers to watch, I'm looking at like Evan Byrne, who has clear road all around him. Evan Byrne has... No, draft doesn't mean a ton here because the straights are so short. Evan Byrne, 1/10. He's only 2 tenths off Anderson's top lap, so
not bad for our first lap. The tires warm up. Let's see what we got here.
And Rosselli is being held up by Salameo there, and that's actually holding up Freeze as well. Marriott in front of Oh, here comes Darren Blake. Blake had clear air for his lap there. But like I said, it's about getting heat in your tires, too. Blake with a 111. That wasn't very good for him for a first lap.
Nope.
Fitzwater now.
Fitzy here, hometown favorite. Let's see what he's got. Fans going wild. Across the line.
111-1. That'll be a no for the fans going wild there. Is Anderson to the top. Anderson to provisional pole.
1:10.6 first lap.
Hashimoto and Nanako there. Evan Byrne is the next car, I think, to set a flyer around here, because I don't believe there's anybody between it. All right, here comes Byrne, the Irishman.
Second lap here. Let's see
Second lap. This is going to be a quick lap, I think. Yes, up to a 1:10.1 compared to a 1:09.9. That's not much. Marriott goes fastest. Darren Blake is next.
Blake can pick up.
Blake needs a lot to pick up. Blake needs a lot of pickup here, and Blake will go. He will jump up to a 1:10.5 and jump over Freeze, but Freeze hasn't set a really quick time yet. Here comes Fitzwater across the line. Fitzwater was slower than Blake last time by. And actually, but now he's quicker. 1:10.1. Salameo bumps him, though, down to fourth. Rosselli, slowest. And now we got all 10 on track. And now we're coming down to the final curtain of disqualifying here.
I was surprised. Hashimoto, not the Pulsar. Marriott could steal the thunder here.
There goes Byrne. No improvement by Byrne there. Here comes Marriott, the provisional pole sitter. Does he improve his time? That'll be, yes, he does. 1:09.5. Darren Blake is the next car. And I think Hashimoto got held up in traffic, and that's the main reason why Hashimoto's been struggling.
Blake got clear air. We get.
He improves his time, but not position. Fitzwater's next.
Fitzy with the threat. Let's see. Hometown crowd behind him. 1:10.1. Does he improve?
Negative.
No.
Salameo to second.
We'll see about that, but right now, provisional second.
Danico to the pole. Right now, it's an all McLaren front row.
McLaren looking good.
Hashimoto, Anderson, Freeze, and are all stuck behind the slow Saravino Rosselli car, who is just a miracle that car even made Q3, let alone it's just a miracle that car made Q3, so Freeze is going to have to pass, I think, here, and maybe set up a lap next. Because right now, Freeze is being held up quite massively by Rosselli here.
Yeah, Rosselli's not doing any favors here, and Anderson, I think it's going to be down the straight. Williams Toyota is really good down the straight. They're going to set up a draft.
Those are Williams. Those aren't Toyotas. Those are Williams.
Gotcha.
Those are Williams Renault, I want to say. I know they're not Toyota.
Oh, here we go. Here comes the draft. My bad there. Not going to be any quicker, I don't think. No. None of this group will.
Not in that group. The ones I'm watching. Salameo to pole, though!
Oh! Mr. Controversy himself. Let's see.
All right. Let's see if the Marriott car is going to improve here. He comes through the final quarter, and it looks like he's pitting. No, he's not. I thought he was pitting. I thought he was pitting there. Here we go. Marriott now.
To the line. Does he get anything?
Yes, he does. Yes. Pole.
1:09.1.
1:09.3, that is.
Oh, 3, my bad.
All right, who's next? Darren Blake is next here. He's an 8th with a 1:10.178. Is he going to improve? Negative.
No.
Here comes Fitzwater. Clean air for Fitzwater.
Hometown crowd. Fitzwater, what do you got?
Zero improvement by either him or Salameo.
Rosselli, Freeze, Anderson, nothing.
Nothing there. 1 minute and 23 seconds to go to set hot laps here. Byrne is the next car. Byrne is in 7th.
Byrne looking good though. He's looking down. He's got clear air.
Byrne coming to the line. The Irishman goes no quicker. Marriott now, fastest car on the track so far today in this session, doesn't improve his lap. I think Salameo's being held up by Fitzwater a bit here as they've gotten by Rosselli. Oh, no, wait, they were always by Rosselli, my bad. Freeze and then have been held up by Rosselli, but Rosselli set off a really quick time in Q2 to get in here.
He might have burned his stuff up, but good effort regardless for the 10th. Maybe even higher, depending on the penalty.
So now here comes Fitzwater, and that will be Salameo. Fitzwater goes no quicker. Salameo goes no quicker. 21 seconds to go. These cars should get one more flyer here. All right, we're going to go to Evan Byrne here, and then we're going to do what we did in the last session and turn off the camera once he gets to the start-finish line.
Waiting on Byrne coming into the final section.
He will be the first car that will have to. This is his final flying lap right here. I don't think Byrne's going to
be fifth,
but this is going to be big for him. No improvement there.
No.
There's Marriott. No improvement by Marriott there. Sorry, the clip died there because it ran out of time on that last one, so we kind of missed a little bit of commentary. Here comes Darren Blake onto the front stretch here. Is Blake going to improve at all? No improvement by Blake. 33 seconds remaining to set a lap.
Next should be the Fitzwater group.
I would think. There goes Fitzwater and Salameo. No improvement from either of them.
Here comes the Rosselli, Freeze, Anderson group.
There goes. Freeze did get by Rosselli there, but it was too little too late. I believe Rosselli pitted, and there's no improvement there. So I think Jack Marriott just got the pole. A surprising pull as Hashimoto, the fastest car all day, has been down in 4th now. So with that being said, Jack Marriott is your pole sitter, with Luca Salameo in 2nd, with Casey Nanico 3rd, Kitsune Hashimoto 4th, Max Anderson 5th, Zachary Fitzwater 6th, Evan Byrne 7th, Darren Blake 8th, Vince Freeze 9th, and Saravino Rosselli in 10th. Any big surprises there?
We got to give shout-outs to Darren Blake and Byrne. They definitely did it. But Marriott to the pole after Hashimoto dominated Q1 too.
Yeah, especially I'll give another credit to Evan Byrne and Darren Blake beating Vince Freeze, who was a very quick car in segment 2, in Q2. Very good job there by those two drivers to get that far up the grid. Get in front of the Williams there. Good job by the Sauber and the Jordan there. And Rosselli, once again, just making the session was a big gain for Rosselli because Jesse Turner, I think, is way down in 17th or 18th.
Just a quick reminder, this is provisional grid until the stewards figure out what happened with Salameo.
Yep. So with that being said, we'll see you tomorrow for the main race. Anything else you want to say, Vince, before we go?
Now it should be an interesting race. Watch the start, for sure.
Yep. We'll see you then.